Greetings, YouTube. My name is Inquisitor Osmond Novolip, and welcome to my channel. Today is Monday, August 31st, 2020, 5:19 p.m. I figured I would give a little update on my AverMedia Game Capture HD2 capture card. I'm pretty sure in the world of capture cards, this thing is probably old news, but now this thing's probably considered retro by now. But I wanted to talk to the people. I have 4 of these. One of them's broken. But I wanted to talk to the people that may be considering buying one of these things. And these are just issues that I've noticed. I'm not saying that anyone else will notice them. I'm just saying that I've noticed them and stuff that I've went through with this capture card issues and whatnot. I don't really want to go over the features. I just want to talk about the issues or the hazards or whatever. So today is what, 2020. I bought my first capture card, my first AverMedia Game Capture HD2 capture card, in 2014 or 15. And I've told the story before, but I'll tell it again real quick. I was recording a video. And with this kind of capture card, you can record a video, like an hour video, or it advises you not to record over an hour. You can record a video up to an hour or 40, 50 minutes. Then you can go and, if you want, you can leave it as it is, an hour video, 40-minute video, or you can break the video up into pieces. Like you can do 20 minutes here, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes, or you could do 10, 20, 30, 40, 10 minutes a piece and stuff like that. So me and my old Let's Play buddy Rambo, we were Let's playing Fallout for the PS2, and I had like a video or two that were like an hour, and I proceeded to chop the video up. I made 20 seconds. Let's see here. So if I can get an example. Let's see. Let's go to. All right, this video's 13 minutes. So let's say I was chopping this video up. Let's pretend this is the Fallout video. And see, you could go right here and just whatever. So I could do 10 minutes. And then what would happen is you hit OK again. And then you get rid of this part right here. I think that's like 3 minutes, 15 seconds with OK. And then you just hit record, and it'll record 10 minutes. Well, I had a video that was an hour long, at least. And I proceeded to chop it up into 20-minute, 20-minute videos, or chop it up, edit it into 4 20-minute videos. And what happens is when you choose what you want, what part you want to record or what part you want to keep, you hit OK, and there's I suck at explaining things, as you guys can probably tell. Let me just give you another example real quick. Here's one that's 38 minutes. So let's say I was editing this video and I wanted to make it, what's half of 38? 19? Let's say 15, let's say 19 minutes. Wham. So you press OK or F3 to export, I think. And see? And you hit OK again to export. On this screen right here, this screen, I was chopping the video up the first 20 minutes. And this screen, I was watching this screen for like at least 15 minutes. And the bar just wouldn't fill up. It wouldn't fill up. So with me, you know, I'm thinking maybe I have a defective capture card. Maybe I broke it. Maybe something was wrong with it or whatever. And I was like, I was going to say, screw it, unplug it, and then plug it back in. And my friend was like, you shouldn't do that. And I'm like, I know I shouldn't do that, but like, what's my other options? Wait here for like an hour or whatever, because I don't even know. See, there are certain portions of a video, like, let's say I make a video that's an hour, 30 minutes. The capture card tells you, I forgot where, but it's like, it tells you something like, you know, it's advisable not to make videos over an hour. So if I were to edit that video, I don't know really what would happen. I never tried editing or breaking down a large video. So I don't know if that loading bar will stay there indefinitely. Will it freeze? Or what? So here I am waiting at least 10 or 15 minutes, waiting for the thing to finish exporting. And it doesn't finish. So I unplug it, plug it back in. It says, oh, you know, your capture card was restarted improperly or something like that. And your hard drive was, you know, that one right there. It was, you know, disconnected and improperly, and the power was shut down and improperly and stuff like that. And and so after that, what happened was I was able to record a video. Like now I can record a video, but I can't edit the video. Like I can record it and I can go to edit, F3, and then when I go to edit it, I think it won't let me go to the screen right here. I can't get to this screen. And so yeah, so that kind of works for me, because the way I record, I usually record 30-minute videos anyway, 30 to 40-minute videos. And so that happened, and after that happened, I was never able to record. I was never able to edit videos anymore. That wasn't really a problem. The problem, one more thing, I have to backtrack for a second. I also, against my friend's advice, although he didn't know nothing about capture cards, he was just kind of guessing. It was kind of a good guess, I guess. I went to avermedia.com and I downloaded the firmware update to a flash drive, and I uploaded it to my capture card, thinking I'm doing the right thing, you know. Even though I never connect my capture card to the internet, I'm like, well, let me just have the firmware just in case. But I guess that's only for I'm terrible with computers, terrible with them, and electronics. So I'm guessing the firmware is only really good if I'm connected to the internet, which this thing doesn't have wireless capabilities. You have to use the Ethernet cable, and I've never been on the internet with this thing. And hang on a second. So yeah, I wasn't really too worried about. Well, I was a little worried about my capture card, uh, about that problem. I wasn't too worried about it because I'd already developed, or I had already found a way that's best for me to record. The problem, the problem was two main problems. When this capture card decides to not work or to just stop working for good, that's it. It doesn't really tell you uh, contact the manufacturer. It doesn't tell you anything. It just stops working. And that can be kind of frustrating. Like if anybody wants to buy one of these things, uh, buyer beware. Because when this sucker stops working, it's done. Like I have four of these, four capture cards. One of them is broken, and I'm on my second one. My first one lasted from like 2014, 2015 to like it stopped working around like May or April of this year, and it just stopped working. It wouldn't. The frustrating thing is, I forgot either it won't turn on or it will turn on, but it has an AV pass through that you can set, meaning you can turn the box off, and whatever system you have plugged into it, you can still play your system through the capture card. So I can still play any system through that capture card, but I can't really record with it or do nothing with it. That's that's um, a big problem. And when the system stops working, it just stops, and there's really no explanation for it. Not even when it stops working, when it decides whatever. That's it. You're just done. The other problem, the second problem, which isn't really a problem because I'm still able to record videos and do let's plays, is just a minor annoyance, and that's maybe I'm cursed or something. Hopefully not, but like I said, I can't edit any videos. I don't really even try to anymore. I don't edit. I just press record and start playing. But I can't edit videos, and that's a problem that I first encountered on my first capture card. When I bought a second capture card, you would think that problem should no longer exist. This is a different capture card, but it's the same thing. Now, I don't know how it's tracking me or how it's programmed, but just because I can't edit on my old AverMedia capture card doesn't mean I shouldn't be able to edit on an entirely new capture card. Like this the same brand, just a different capture card. That's the weird part. Like that one problem is spiritually or whatever, electronically carrying over from my very first capture card, and I'm like, that's that's crazy. I was having a problem with this capture card earlier today, and what happened was the sound just stopped working. And here I am worried. It works now. And here I am worrying, like, man, like, I guess I can't Let's Play no more. And I guess my days are numbered, in terms of Let's Playing. I was only thinking that because these capture cards, they just, sometimes, it's like they stop working when they want to. And I think part of that's my fault because a lot of times when I use my microphone, I'm thinking it was an audio thing because when I use my microphone or my headset, this is a bad habit that I've developed with this capture card. When I'm done using it, I just pull it out while I'm recording because I noticed that like there really isn't there really isn't any visible or visual effect like effects like when I'm recording and I'm just talking and doing commentary. When I decided I'm done talking, I'll just unplug it and it keeps recording and everything's fine. I haven't noticed a change. Now I'm sure internally it's probably my capture card's probably like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing, you idiot? Like, why are you doing that right there? And that's my fault because I'm just I'm just I'm just too cheap to buy. I will eventually. I'm just too lazy to buy a microphone that has a mute button. So, and it's funny because with me, when it comes to my games, I'm pretty obsessive. And so, I don't know why, but like, I just decided like sometime last year and early this year, I was like, I need a backup capture card. I need a backup capture card. So I bought one. And then, my obsessiveness kicked in and I bought three more. And that was like early this year, like January. It was probably even last year. And wouldn't you know it, like this year in May or April, my first capture goes up on me. So I'm glad I bought them while I while I while I could. And yeah, so if you plan on buying one of these things, just try to just watch out for just random issues. Like when I'm using my Xbox 360, sometimes it'll set itself or reset itself or whatever. And this problem had me stumped for a while because I'm not an electronics guy. But when I use my Xbox 360, the audio output is HDMI. And sometimes this thing will just, whenever it wants, it'll set itself to audio, left and right. So I'll turn my Xbox on. The first time it happened, I turned my Xbox on, and I was like, "What's wrong with my capture card? There's no sound. What's going on? There's no sound. Like, do I got to change? Do I have to change capture cards again? Like, I didn't know what to do." And what's that? Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I thought my capture card was broken or something, but then I eventually figured it out. Just set it back to this, and it doesn't tell you it did that. It doesn't tell you nothing. But I guess that comes with the territory. That's what you get for buying PC free capture cards. I'm guessing with like a real capture card, like a Hauppauge or a Elgato, or a capture card that's inside of like a real PC or computer. They'll probably tell you all this stuff. Hey, this has been changed. That's been changed. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. And yeah, I just figured I'd make a video about this because I was really sort of fed up. Like I was ready to change capture cards again because there was no sound coming out. And like I said, I think that's my fault. Although I didn't yank the cord out this time. When I was recording last night, I left my headset plugged in. I left the microphone plugged in, which I don't normally do. I only did that because the game that I'm Let's Playing, I I intend on giving commentary for the entire Let's Play if I can. But again, like, I don't know if, like, when I go to play it, when I go to use the capture card tomorrow or whenever or later on today, when I turn it back on, is it going to have these problems? Because the way I figured it out was that I didn't figure it out. I just kept unplugging and plugging in my capture card. I just kept unplugging the power button and plugging it back in, just really making sure before I moved on to my third capture card that this thing was really inoperable and whatever. So yeah, that's about it. The just random issues with this thing. For the most part, I like it. It's a good capture card. It's good for what I'm trying to do. And all I'm trying to do is just let's play a bunch of PS2 games and 360 games. Hopefully, this and my two backups, hopefully they'll last long enough, or at least until I'm done Let's Playing. And I'm almost there. All I have to Let's Play is just those games, those right there, those are 360 games. Those are PS2 and Xbox games and some other stuff. My Let's Play list is it's under 300 games. It's about like 250. It may be at 300 games. And I know it seems like a lot, but like when I look at my first capture card before it went up on me, I got a good 125 Let's Plays out of it. So if I could do that with one, I should be able to do that, double that. Or I figure I should be able to get at least 100 Let's Plays or whatever hours of content, out of the next one. I figure if I can get 100 Let's Plays or whatever out of one, why can't I do that with another and another and another? And I bought a few. I think one or two I bought used. I think just one. But the other two that I bought, the last two that I bought, they were new. I think they're new because they still have the plastic on them. Not on the box, of course. Maybe this plastic is a trap. Maybe they're trying to trick me into thinking it's new. But it still has this thing on there. So, maybe. And it still has that little sticker right there. But then again, that could be a trap. So, I think the one I'm using now is used. It might be new because it didn't come with the plastic, so you never know. You never really know. I will say this much. Whenever I Let's Play with the PS2 or Xbox games or anything that's component, I don't have that problem. Which, that's expected. Like that where there's no sound. I never really have that problem right there. It never switches from component cables to HD, like whenever. It doesn't do that. Come to think of it, I didn't really have too aside from the trouble with editing or not being able to edit videos. I haven't really had a lot of problems with the capture card aside from its random problems. I didn't have really too many problems with it when I was recording for PS2 games. It's only when I'm recording for HD games or HD systems that all these problems start surfacing. And, whatever. That's kind of weird. Except now when I had this problem because I bought some component cables for the Nintendo Wii, and yeah, I was having trouble earlier with the sound. So that's probably the first time I've had issues with sound when dealing with a system's component cables for my capture card. But yeah, if you plan on buying one, I hate to say it, buy two of them, cause you never know, And the people at AverMedia, they don't really tell you. I mean, they're not really much help. And remember, if you get one of these capture cards, get a hard drive or external hard drive that's over, I think it's 70. It's either 75 or 80 RPMs, because that's another issue I had. Not really with the capture card, but with the capture card, because the capture card doesn't really give you any like recommendations, like use this type of capture card, use that type of capture card. In AverMedia, I called them and I said, because I went through this issue where I was running out of space on my hard drive, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just buy another hard drive. Nope, that hard drive had a low write speed. I didn't know what a write speed was. I'm still not even sure. I guess it's like the speed that the disk spins inside of the external hard drive, and I didn't know what that was. And then I call AverMedia, and I'm like, AverMedia, like, can you guys help me out? Do you guys know any capture cards, or do you guys know any hard drives, that have a above, whatever, write speed? And they were like, oh, we don't know any. We don't know. The only thing they could really think of. This one guy told me I should get the Samsung T5, and aside from that, he couldn't really tell me much of anything, because I went through two external hard drives. I bought a red one of the Western Digital Passport, Ultra. I bought a red one. That one had a low write speed. I tried buying the newest version of a Western Digital external hard drive. That one had a low write speed. And the guy was like, I even called Western Digital. Hey, do you guys know the write speeds of your external hard drives? What hard drive can I buy that has a high write speed? And they were like, oh, I don't know. So I'm guessing they're not the people that actually make. I mean, obviously, I'm not talking to like the person who actually puts the thing together or nothing like that. I'm just talking to whoever. So it's weird how they didn't even know which of their products, the write speeds of the products that they're supposed to be giving assistance on or with. I even called Seagate, which is another external hard drive manufacturer, and they didn't know the write speeds of theirs either. So I looked it up online, and it turns out Seagate has a higher write speed than Western Digital, or at least certain ones. So I'm like, yeah, I'll buy some Seagates, because they're dirt cheap. They're like $40-$50 for like 2 terabytes, and I was like, I get like 3 or 4 of them. But then I started hearing rumors about, Seagate they're not too reliable. They crash at random, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So I called the person at AverMedia, and he's like, oh, I don't really know, but I heard that the Samsung T5 is pretty good. And I'm like, okay. So I looked it up, and it's like, just for 1 terabyte, you're paying quite a bit. So I was like, all right, it's either that or no more Let's Playing, or I could just delete all the Let's Plays or all the content or most of the content off my current hard drive. But then I don't know how much longer this thing's gonna last either until it just goes kaput. So I went crazy and I bought three of these things. T5s, because these have a really high write speed and there's no moving parts, and you know, solid state is superior, however you quote, whatever. It's superior to like regular external hard drives. So that was about it. I just figured I'd make a video on this stuff because I'm tired of the randomness of my capture cards. I think that's a sign that I probably should stop Let's Playing eventually. And like I said, give me about at least 200 to 300 more Let's Plays. I know it sounds like a lot, but like, these are 360 games. Most of these games can be beat in like under 10 hours. So within like a year or two, I can knock that out. But yeah, I just got tired of the games or of the capture cards randomness, you know, with its issues and malfunctions and all this other crap. So I was like, screw it. Let's make another video, you know, warning people about this right here. So if you ever get one of these things, just beware, you know, buy at your own peril. Not peril, but buy at your own whatever. Use caution. And that's about it. So until next time, I'll see you guys later for my next Let's Play. I'm currently Let's Playing Die Hard. I should have had a gameplay playing while I was recording. Oh well. Currently Let's Playing Die Hard for the GameCube. And that's about it. So be safe, you guys. Take care. Try to protect yourself from this virus that's going around. And I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you guys on my next video, which will probably be a Let's Play. Take care.